In this video, I'd like to talk about the math question of the day for February 25th, 2023. And for today's question, we have a word problem that comes from pre-algebra. So in a classroom, there are 7 groups of desks, and each group has the same number of desks. The math teacher distributes 1 calculator to each desk. If out of 37 calculators, all but 2 are distributed, how many desks are in each group? So this type of problem does not require any advanced knowledge of mathematics. It just essentially requires a knowledge of grade school math. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, see if you can work this out on your own. And when you're ready, unpause the video and we can go through this together. Now, assuming that you have attempted the problem, let's start working through this together. And if you do have suggestions for future questions of the day, feel free to leave those as a comment. So in this classroom, there are 7 groups of desks. So if we want, we can draw in 7 groups here that we can imagine, something like that. And each group has the same number of desks. So these groups are all the same size. And the math teacher distributes 1 calculator to each desk. So essentially, each person is getting 1 calculator. And if out of 37 calculators, all but 2 are distributed, how many desks are in each group? So let's start with this last fact here. If out of 37 calculators, all but 2 are distributed, that means that there are 35 calculators. And this middle sentence here, the math teacher distributes 1 calculator to each desk, tells us that if 35 calculators were distributed, that means there are 35 students. And from there, we go back to our first sentence, that there are 7 groups of desks, and each group has the same number of desks. So this 35 has to be split up into 7 equally sized groups. Or in other words, we're just carrying out division. Let me use a brighter color. We have 35 students, and we're dividing them into 7 equally sized groups, which means that after carrying this out, we would have 5 students in each group, or per 1 group. So to answer the question, how many desks are in each group? That would simply be 5.